I surveyed my favorite Facebook group of over 100,000 veteran cruisers and asked them for their best budget cruise tips. And out of all the replies I got, I've narrowed it down to the top 20 repeat answers for you to save you money on your next cruise. Let's go.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talk.
The key to remember about cruising when comparing it to a land vacation is that a cruise already includes your lodging, your meals, and your entertainment. For those who have, as they say, a more flexible budget, there is no better place to start checking off your bucket list than on a cruise vacation. It can definitely be the epitome of a luxury vacation in every way. But for the rest of us, a cruise on a small budget is better than no cruise at all. The first category of answers I received are what I call pre-cruise issues. So number one is reconsider your transportation. Now, if you're used to flying or you automatically think that you should fly, rethink driving. It's much less expensive. Or if it's just not practical to drive, consider catching a red-eye flight. It's much cheaper. Number two, use a cruise line credit card to rack up points from your purchases. Remember to pay it off every month so you don't accrue interest though. Depending on the cruise line, the points can be used for free or discounted cruises, onboard credit, upgrades, onboard amenities, and cruise line merchandise. Check to see if it might be worth it for you. Number three for pre-cruise items is start saving your $1 or $5 bills. Just as you collect them or get them from change at the grocery store, they can add up. Or specifically start a cruise savings account. Even $50 a week can add up for a couple who wants a cruise. Now we move to booking tips. So number four is use a travel agent who specializes in cruising. They can offer things like onboard credits and special group booking discounts that the cruise lines just don't offer. Make sure you tell your travel agent a few things like your loyalty number, your age, the state you live in, and your career. Certain cruise lines will offer discounts for careers like teachers, military, and veterans, and first responders. If you don't yet have a travel agent, the information for our agent will be in the description box below. Number five, either book very early, like 2 years in advance, or last minute, like 30 days before the sailing date or even sooner. Make sure if you book early that you check back for price drops because you can rebook at the lower price or have your travel agent do it. For our cruise in 26 days from now, our travel agent has gotten us 3 price drops since the time we booked, so it's worth checking. Number six, book early and pay it off. Just like any other bill that you would pay off as you go, except there's no interest accruing. Just pay off a little as you get paid, like every month or every week, every paycheck, put it towards your cruise. Our travel agent, on her website, she has a section that we can pre-plan those payments. It really saves time and it's just efficient for us to pay off our cruises. Number seven, let the cruise line choose your cabin. On Royal Caribbean, for example, it's called a guaranteed cabin. Now, I've been cruising since 2010, and I can't independently remember a negative story that I've read online about the cruise line choosing someone's cabin. You get to choose a category of cabin you want, whether it's a balcony or an inside cabin or something in between, and then the cruise line just chooses the location of that cabin. It can be less expensive, so it's worth a try. Number eight is a common suggestion you've probably heard. Book an inside cabin. They're always the least expensive. I don't know how many times I've heard people who book inside cabins all the time say, I'm never in my cabin anyway, I just go in there to sleep or shower. Number nine, don't ignore the smaller ships. They're usually less expensive. Yes, the bigger ships are grand and awesome. Why don't you give the little girls a chance? But the smaller ships are great and have all the general amenities of any cruise ship. Number 10, pack light and travel light to save on flight baggage fees. You find, like we discussed earlier, that it's just more practical to fly. Make sure you don't overpack and get charged extra for those baggage fees. Every little bit counts when you're trying to cruise on a budget. Number 11, cruise at off-peak times if possible. Examples of those are during the school year or right before a holiday, like the first or second week in November or the first or second week in December. Those off-peak times are often less expensive and are worth a try. Number 12, make sure you pack all the necessities because they are expensive on the ship. Things like lotion and bug spray and sunscreen. Just don't take a chance on having to buy them on the ship. If you're getting any value from this video, click the like button and subscribe for future videos. This is the section I call the do without section. So number 13 is no specialty dining. Honestly, there are plenty of included options for dining on a cruise ship. Number 14, no spa services. Yes, they're nice, and it's nice to be pampered on vacation, but our purpose here is to save as much money as you can so you can cruise more. If you do go to the spa, watch out for the upselling. They will get you every time. Number 15, and this may be a deal breaker, no alcohol. Those drink packages can be very expensive, and yet if you don't buy a drink package and you drink a lot, it's even more expensive. Make sure you check the cruise line website for what they allow you to bring on. For instance, Royal Caribbean allows 2 bottles of wine or champagne and a 12-pack of non-alcoholic beverages up to 17 ounce. You can also bring water flavoring like Crystal Light or Mio and add it to your water and walk around with your tumbler. And here's a side tip. If you do drink, watch out for added gratuity on the receipt. It's great if you want to double tip someone, go ahead and do that. But don't do it when you don't intend to. Number 16, no Wi-Fi. It is awesome for people who have to stay in contact with work or someone at home, a family member or kids. But if you don't have a reason to have to stay in contact with someone at home, don't spend money on a Wi-Fi. Or if you have to, just buy a 1 device package and share it between users. Number 17, no casino. Or set a dollar amount, and when you go to the casino and that dollar amount is met, leave. If you don't have that kind of discipline, then just don't go in at all. There's plenty other things to do on the ship. Number 18 is stay out of the onboard shops. Lots of pretty stuff, lots of shiny baubles, lots of nice watches and purses and t-shirts. Almost anything you could want to buy on vacation. And it's all quadruple priced just for you. Number 19, no ship excursions. Now do some research. TripAdvisor or your Facebook groups are very good sources to find out what you can do in port without spending any money. Take your own snorkel gear. Get a taxi and go to the beach. Or if, as is required right now, everyone in your party is vaccinated, look into third-party vendors. We've had great experiences, and they're often much cheaper than the ship excursions. Number 20. I know this is hard, ladies. I know it's hard. You want to shop before your cruise. You don't have to buy a new wardrobe. Staple pieces like a black skirt or a pair of black pants could be worn more than once throughout the cruise. And a bonus, number 21, click into this playlist right here if you want to know what cruising is like right now. Be blessed.